Special episode of the Game Zone Bird Room. We've got an unboxing. Welcome back, guys, to the Game Zone Bird Room. Game Zone Bird Room. Game Zone. Game Zone Bird Room. And of course, it's not the Game Zone Bird Room without my babies. As you can tell, I've got a different t-shirt on. I spilt my dinner down it. I know, silly, eh? Anyway, let's get to the unboxing. Again, this unit was sent to me by Kaico. I'm not affiliated with this company, but it is a great honour to review it for them. As you can tell, it's similar to their Sega Dreamcast cable. Is it as good? That is the question. Right, this is the fun bit, the unboxing. Love watching unboxing videos on YouTube. Oh, here we go, look. Same packaging as their Dreamcast version. The quick start guide. So it's got its own external power cable and a HDMI. Beautiful. One good, interesting thing about this, actually, I've been reading about it. This little switch goes from component to RGB. It's a nice, sturdy little unit. Metal casing, which I always like. Gives it a premium feel. Anyway, let's get to work and see how it looks. What is the HDMI adapter up against? We've got the McBazel RGB SCART cable and the original composite AV cable that came with it. So what the Kaico adapter technically does is it takes the highest resolution from the PlayStation 2 and converts that to a HDMI. So what's brilliant about the HDMI cable is the fact that it supports both the RGB and component, and the RGB could output 240p and the component could go up to 480p. Either way, you've got the best of both worlds in one cable. Now we're going to put it through its paces. So let the battle begin. First up is the AV. As you can tell, the picture is quite blurry. This cable has served me well though over the last, oh, what is it, 20 years almost? Got my PS2 in 2001. My sister bought me it for I can't remember if it was for my birthday or Christmas now. One of the two. Fantastic present. So next up is the RGB SCART. If it is, I mean, this was a very cheap cable online. I think there is slight improvement. Not a great deal. Yeah, maybe slightly brighter the colours are. Now onto the HDMI. Look at that. Look at the colour reproductions. Looks beautiful. Really pops out on the screen. Does look fantastic. Even the city looks better. One little niggle I've got with this cable though is the external power cable you need with it. Comes with it in the box, but it's just an extra cable that looks a bit ugly. But it's a small price to pay. $18-wheelers next. American Pro Trucker. Quality Sega Arcade title. This is the AV. Again, the writing looks quite blurry. Oh, not played this game for a long time. Come on, shift up. Anyway, yeah, it looks kind of blurry. A bit dark and dingy. By the way, the TV is set to game mode, so there's no messing about with the picture quality or anything. This is how nature intended it to be. Great game. Sit in the arcade, play it. Right, onto the RGB SCART. Slight improvement on the colour reproduction. Slightly nicer. The reds looks a bit deeper on the truck. Come on, shift up. Not a massive improvement over the A feed, I must say. But again, I must stress this cable was $6.99 on Amazon, $5.99, something like that. It was a cheap cable. Now onto the HDMI. Look at that. Looks like a remastered game, doesn't it? Oh, by the way, this cable does not work with the PlayStation 1. I must stress that. This is purely made for the PlayStation 2. I'm assuming if you put PlayStation 1 game into the PlayStation 2, you will get some benefits. I've not tested that. Maybe I could do that for another video. My PlayStation 2's never looked so good. The love and care that Kaico puts into their cables is it's remarkable. Bit of Street Fighter. See if there's any lag. Getting the AV cable. I do not know how I put up with this cable for so long. It's blurry. Oh, what was I thinking? Here's the RGB SCART. Looks slightly sharper. Perhaps it is an RGB SCART. Just a poorer quality version of it, because it definitely looks sharper than the AV. Colour's definitely more vibrant. Oh, he done me again. Right, HDMI. Look at that. Oh, down in front. It's really good. Good quality cable. Right, a bit of Grand Theft Auto Vice City. My favourite game all time on the PlayStation 2. Brilliant game. Do not know why I put up with the AV cable for so long. Just looks awful on a high def TV. But it was the best we had. Well, I had at the time. When this came out, it was probably one of the best looking games of all time. Right, you've got some of the jagged lines, but oh, it was stunning. Especially when it was set in the 80s, you know, sort of Miami, their version of Miami, which is, you know, palm trees, beautiful, bright city. Sort of glowing lights of night time. Great settings for a game, for an open world game. Let's find a the biker bouncer. I'm assuming he's a bouncer, but he's a biker as well. Let's beat him up. Oh. They've come a long way though, the Grand Theft Auto series. They really have. Here's the RGB SCART. As you can tell, the picture is slightly cleaner and a bit more brighter and clearer. Still not great though. So what's brilliant about the HDMI adapter is the fact that you can switch it between RGB and component, which I think is a nice touch. Again, let's go and beat this biker up. Got nothing against bikers, I drive a scooter, so just want to try and recreate the scenes as best as possible to give you, the viewers, the best chance of seeing each of the different cables. Obviously, if I'd done different scenes, it would be ridiculous. Oh, let's hit her for a good measure. Oh, sorry, old boy. Classic. Right, the HDMI. It's a lot clearer. More natural colours, I think. Oh, accident there. Makes a change. I didn't run them over. Oh, come on. Handling the cars are so different from the newer Grand Theft Auto games. Got a lot more weight in the newer ones. This feels a bit floaty. This poor biker. It's going to beat him up again. You starting as well then, come on. Love the sort of the cartoon blood that comes out of them. Oh. Classic game, really classic game. Anyway, guys, back to my boat race. Now for my final thought on Kaico's PlayStation 2 HDMI adapter. Fantastic product. The same love and care that they put into their Sega Dreamcast. Great reproduction of colours. Picture quality is fantastic. Massive improvement on the original AV cable. A lot better than the RGB SCART cable I've got. That was only a £6.99 jobby. Is there better quality ones out there? For sure. Just remember, guys, this isn't for your purists. They're going to have your OSSC, your frame meisters. This is a simple plug and play solution for casual gamers like myself, who just wants to connect their old console to their modern HD TV and have a good time playing it. And for £24.99 on Amazon, £22.99 on their own website, which I will leave the links below, you can't beat it for money. You really can't. It is a very good product. I'm very happy with it. It was a joy to review. As I said, if you want the best, you're gonna have to pay for it. For the price, you really can't beat it. Anyway, guys, remember to bash that like button, subscribe, and take it easy.